Hello folks, welcome back to Z10 Digital Assets. Today we're going to discuss Ethereum's price action in a clean and scaled out approach using both our daily and our weekly time frames. So sit back, buckle up, and let's get started. So one of our community members recently requested updates on Ethereum. In our effort to support those questions, let's take a look. After a run-up to a recent high of $2,000, Ethereum has pulled back to find support on the 2017 all-time high level of $1,400. This is a very positive sign for market structure going forward. Anytime that we break through a former resistance level, especially if it's a major one like the $1,400 level that was set back in January 2018, the first thing that we want to see is a confirmation dip, back to find support along those same levels. It's absolutely necessary to build solid structure supporting those next higher moves. Currently, we're battling to get back above our most recent and newly established all-time high of $2,000 though. Now, the big questions are, when are we going to make that happen, and what's the next price prediction? Precise time frame assumptions rarely work out, even for the best analysts and traders. It's still possible for Ethereum to bounce back and forth in a sideways range between $2,000 and $1,400 for at least a little while longer until it can muster up enough power to explode back through that newly established line in the sand. However, when it does, there are a few indications of potential near-term price targets. Although we no longer have support and resistance data to analyze since we're now in price discovery territory, we can resource some of our trusty indicators which have worked extremely well in the past. First, we need to address the technical concerns in both the weekly and the daily charts. As you can see here, bearish divergence is formed between price action and the indicators, specifically the RSI. Now for those who don't know, the RSI, also known as the Relative Strength Index, it's an oscillator which measures the oversold or overbought conditions of an asset. When we get contrasting data points like we have here on the top levels of both the price point and the RSI readings, that's called bearish divergence. Simply put, the price went higher, meanwhile the indicator, it continues to trend downwards. The RSI can be seen here at the bottom of this chart in the green line. Also, seeing this play out on larger time frames like the daily or the weekly, it usually indicates that we can expect some sort of pullback, which we've already begun to see with the recent drop back to 1400. Now this doesn't mean that we can't break back through 2000 and set new all-time highs sooner rather than later. As traders, we have to remain objective and look at all sides of the analysis, not just ones that confirm our biases. If we're able to move back beyond the newfound threshold of 2000, then expanded Bollinger Bands indicate a move in the near terms towards $2,600. On the longer term time frame, our Fibonacci extensions are showing that $4,600 is well within the works. In my opinion, this is merely a small ladder step to a much larger macro price action towards $20,000 in this overall bull market run within the next year. Other factors to consider are the Bitcoin dominance chart and the Ethereum to Bitcoin price ratio. Now looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we see that the Bitcoin dominance has taken a significant drop against other projects ever since September of 2019. This means that other assets were outperforming Bitcoin in return ratios. This stopped, however, during Bitcoin's recent run-up from $4,000 a year later in September 2020 to its face-melting newly minted all-time high of $58,000. During that time, most of the other coins took a backseat to Bitcoin. This is what was to be expected. Therefore, we need to see Bitcoin cool down, consolidate sideways, or decrease slightly, allowing liquidity to flow back into these other projects. This will begin the second major wave of an altcoin season where Ethereum is the king of that show. As this chart shows, Bitcoin dominance attempted to break out of the downwards channel, but instead it dropped back down into what would cause a surge in price action, especially against Bitcoin for some of the major alt players in the market. Ethereum also had its breakout during that time. It appears we are now making a second attempt to break out of that channel, but if Bitcoin is unable to do so and we fall back below the 58 level on the dominance chart, then expect absolute fireworks in the altcoin market. To wrap it up, we can see that Ethereum has been advancing against Bitcoin ever since December of 2020 on a macro level basis. This is displayed through the establishment of higher highs represented in the white circles and setting in lower lows represented in the orange circles. We are now, just like in the past, completing our pullback to around the 21 EMA region and showing signs of a larger move up and a large potential breakout against BTC. Well, it's just that simple, folks. Again, thank you for your support. If you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to leave a comment down below. If you have any assets that you wish to see some technical analysis on, please tell us in the comment section. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for stopping by, and see you next time.